Hola chicos. Today we are going to learn how to conjugate AR verbs. So, every verb has a stem followed by an ending. And the stem is what tells the verb's meaning. So I want you to go ahead and fill those in on your notes for me. Okay, and we've learned very briefly that there are certain terms that we use to describe verbs. So a verb that still has the AR on the end of it. So let's say, for example, hablar. Okay, that is called an infinitive verb. Okay, so an infinitive verb does not give a subject. So we don't know who is doing this action. This just means to talk. Okay, so an infinitive ending does not name a subject. But to give a verb a subject, you conjugate it. So to give you an example with hablar, yo hablo is a conjugation. Okay, so hablar with the AR attached is considered an infinitive verb. Hablo with the ending changed is what we call a conjugation. Okay, so if you want to know how to conjugate an AR verb in the present tense, we just follow a couple steps. You're going to drop the AR ending from the infinitive. So you would take hablar, for example, and cut off that AR if we were going to conjugate it. And you have to add your appropriate ending, and your endings are going to be different depending on who is doing the action. So first of all, let's go through and fill in our subject pronouns. So remember we learned that we have yo, tu. This box we have la and usted. They all go in the same box because they have the same conjugation. Oops. Okay, those are all going to go in that one box. My font is way too big, but you get the idea. La usted. This is for nosotros. This is for vosotros. For anyone that would be interested in writing down vosotros, you are not required to know that information. And this, oops, last box should be for ellos, ellas, and ustedes. Okay, ellos, ellas, and ustedes. So our subjects have to go in this order because we're going to fill in some endings that you're going to use to conjugate the verb hablar, and it's important that you remember them in this order. Okay, so to conjugate in the yo form, if you want to say I talk, for example, you will say yo hablo. That's I talk. Okay, for the tu form, if you want to say you informal talk, you say tú hablas. For the él, ella, usted form, you say habla. And for the nosotros form, it would be hablamos. Vosotros would be habláis. And ellos, ellas, ustedes would be hablan. Okay, so this is an example of how to conjugate the verb hablar using the present tense. So if you want to conjugate any other verb, your endings are o, as, a, amos, ais, and an. Okay, so do you see that I just cut off the AR and I added these endings? O, as, a, amos, ais, an. And that's what you're going to do with any AR verb. Okay, you can see below we have cantar, for example. Okay, we dropped the AR and added O, as, a, amos, ais, and an. Got my accent. So you're going to follow the same pattern anytime you want to conjugate a verb. Okay, and that's pretty much it for today. So thank you very much for watching. Please make sure you have this in your notes.